Prescribed medication for ADHD has more than doubled in the last 5 years, with recent figures revealing more than 1.2 million Australians are now impacted by the disorder, or about 1 in every 20 people.
But as the numbers rise, we're still seeing many Aussies miss out on the medication they need due to factors like cost and accessibility. And that's prompted calls for us to rethink the way we handle treatment and allow more GPs to prescribe medication for ADHD. Our next guests, Pen and Kim Holderness, have gone viral online for sharing their experiences with the condition, and they've now released a book. Pen and Kim Holderness join us now. Good morning to you, Pen. We often hear ADHD described as something you can kind of fix. You say it's a superpower. What do you mean?
Well, the same thing that causes you to sometimes space out or not be able to finish a conversation, that same brain is also incredibly creative, incredibly spontaneous, and can, at times when they focus on the right things, can work incredibly efficiently.
Kim, you're not only a wife to someone with ADHD, but also a parent. What's the best way to support someone with, as you call it, a brain that works just a little bit differently?
First of all, I've had to learn an extreme amount of patience. And I have to say, in doing this is a research-based book we wrote, ADHD Is Awesome. And I learned so much about how their brains work. And now that I understand more about how their brains work, I don't take it personally when they forget to wear shoes outside the house. I will say the number one thing I've learned, and it has changed my parenting and has changed my partnering, is just offering connection. Now that I know that he's not doing all this stuff on purpose just to frustrate me, I offer, connection, not correction. I've stopped nagging. I just, when he leaves, the doors wide open or what, he walked out. Guys, he went to go get takeout food, and he didn't wear shoes the other day. And
I didn't think I was going to have to get out of the car.
And anyway, so I just started offering hey, that kind of sucks. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, connection.
So, Kim, here in Australia, there are long wait times to see specialists to be diagnosed, months and months and months. There are calls for GPs to be able to prescribe ADHD medication. How important is it to receive an early diagnosis?
Well, I mean, you could probably talk better to that.
I didn't get diagnosed until I was 20. ADHD wasn't a thing when I was a kid. I will say that I would get in line as soon as you can. Medication is important, but there's also systems that you can put in place if you have ADHD to try to do the most you can with this type of brain. Because again, it's called a disorder. Some people would argue that it's a brain difference, that you can actually live with it. So I put a lot of systems in place, like just little things around the house. I have a song I sing when I get in the car to make sure I bring my glasses, my wallet, my keys, and my phone. This is maybe a little TMI, but I go to the bathroom sitting down no matter what it is, just so I don't leave the toilet seat down for my wife when she sits down there, or leave it up, I guess. Yeah. So, but there are things like that we talk about in the book as well. Not to say that you shouldn't still look into medication.
Yeah. So medication's great, but you have to pair it with behavioral therapy and system changes.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you know what? You guys are helping so many people. Really appreciate you joining us. And patience and understanding, Kim, are two things that I'm taking out of this chat. I think it's fantastic. Well done, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And Pen and Kim's book, ADHD Is Awesome, is out now.
Yeah, it's a good reflection on how we should maybe view it, because so many people in later life are being diagnosed.
I agree. And looking back on when we grew up, there was always someone, or even ourselves, that didn't want to wear shoes or did things in a certain way, certain behaviours when they were playing and whatever else. And now you can sort of see, OK, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think 1 in every, 20 people is now ADHD. So if we reterm it and just sort of think about it
being
as
a normality.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
That would help a lot of people, wouldn't it?